Your Excellency, the Senate President, distinguished Senator Abubakar Bukola Saraki, ably represented by the Chief Whip of the Senate, distinguished Senator Ade, distinguished senators present, our invited guests, let me recognize His Highness, the Emir of Anka and Chairman, Zamfara State Council of Chiefs, and all other distinguished guests who gathered here today. We are gathered today in continuation of our legislative actions on establishment of Ephraim University. I stand as acting chairman of the Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund in the absence of the chairman of the committee, who is also on an official engagement in the United States. I am delighted to welcome you to this public hearing on a bill for an act to establish Federal University of Petroleum Resources, EPROM. This exercise is organized by the Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund in pursuant to legislative practice of giving stakeholders and the general public the opportunity to take part in lawmaking process. I believe to Nigerians, the university community, and especially the people of Delta State, the bill is apt and timely, as it could not have come at any better time than now. It is indeed in tune with the initiatives currently being implemented by the 8th Senate under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Bukola Saraki, that the Senate is considering the timely passage of this particular bill. You would all agree with me that Nigerian education system is bedeviled with crisis. Fundamental to this crisis is the issue of access gap. Facilities available in our institutions are not enough to carry enough quota of admission seekers, even a quota of admission seekers. This scenario is so from the basic education to tertiary levels. The carrying capacity doctrine introduced to curtail ratio blowout is not a gap-filling mechanism. No responsible nation shuts out its citizens from education. Nigeria can therefore not go to sleep while her children toil the streets in search of placement spaces which are hardly available. The need to therefore seek ways to expand access in our institutions cannot be overemphasized. In view of the desire to remedy the situation, the federal government came up with a policy to establish universities in all the states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory. However, beyond the need to address the access challenge, government considered it apt to create specialized university in the oil and gas industry in order to take care of learning needs in the sector. Hence, the establishment of the Federal University of Petroleum Resources, EPROM, came into being. May I state at this juncture that this university has been existing without a nominal law. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of the committee, I welcome you to this discussion. The exercise is a selfless endeavor. It is meant to legally establish fupre. I want to assure you that your views, recommendations, memoranda, and submissions will be taken into consideration as we go along, I therefore enjoin you all to make frank contributions in order that conclusions we draw here would be to the best interests of Nigeria.